So for today's math lesson, we're going to be looking at how getting a 10 in subtraction helps when finding the differences. So to do that, let's start with talking about what numbers added together equal a sum of 10. So the one most second graders love is this one right here, right? 5 plus 5. That equals 10, right? So another easy one that a lot of second graders remember is 7 plus 3, right? That equals 10. We could go like 8 plus 2 equals 10. 9 plus 1 equals 10. And then with most of these, right, we can switch around the 7 and the 3. So we go 3 plus 7 equals 10. 2 plus 8 equals 10. 1 plus 9 equals 10, right? There's tons of different ones. We didn't even do the 0, right? 10 plus 0, 0 plus 10, right? Lots of options for finding sums of 10, or I should say add-ins that make 10. Let's go to our next page. So like I was saying, our question of the week, or our essential question today, I should say, is how does getting to 10 in subtraction help when finding differences? So that's what we're going to be exploring today. So we're going to start with our listen and draw. And our question for our listen and draw says, Deveron has 13 crayons. He gives 3 crayons to Tyler. How many crayons does Deveron have now? So that's what we're going to try to figure out today. Okay, and so to do that, it says in the directions, it says, circle to show the amount you subtract in each problem. Okay, so we've got this blue line. This blue line shows from 0 to 13. And remember that Deveron has 13 crayons, and he's going to give 3 to Tyler. So 1, 2, 3. So this is how much he's giving to Tyler. That's the amount that we're going to subtract, is 3. Okay. This time, let's try another problem. Diane has 17 crayons. She gives 7 crayons to Anthony. How many crayons does Diane have now? So for our next blue line, we've got a blue line that goes all the way to 17. So she's going to give 7 to Anthony. So we're going to go all the way to our 10 here. And that's how much she gave Anthony, that part right there, out of her 17. Then our last question says, James has 12 crayons. He gives 2 crayons to Cassie. How many crayons does James have now? So James has 12 crayons, and he's going to give 2 to Cassie. So we're going to circle the 2 part of the line that he gives to Cassie, right? All right, so let's discuss the problem. So our math talk problem says, right down here, it says, describe a pattern in the 3 problems and answers. So what I'm noticing that's the same is all of these problems, the difference is 10. We end up at 10 after taking some away, right? So in this one we had 13 and we took some away and we ended at 10, and so we basically took away the 3 ones. With this one we started at 17 and we ended up at 10. We took away the 7 ones. And on this one we started at 12 and took away 2 and we ended at 10, so we took away the 2 ones. Let's continue. So that brings us to our model and draw. So our model and draw says this. It says you can subtract in steps to use a tens fact. So what they're saying is, with a problem like this, with 14 minus 6, I can think of this as in another way, okay? To get to 10 on 14, I have to take away the 4 ones. So I write 4 here, and so I have to figure out what 2 numbers added together equal 6. Well, 4 plus 2 equals 6, right? Yeah, that's easy. So 4 plus 2 equals 6. So I'm going to subtract in steps. So first, I'm going to subtract 4 from 14, and that gets me to 10. And then I still have to subtract the 2, so 10 minus 2 equals 8. So 14 minus 6 is 8. And so you can see it on a number line. So first, we started at 14 right here on the number line. We went back 4. We subtracted 4 to get rid of the 4 ones in 14. Then we subtracted the 2. So negative minus 4 and minus 2 together is that minus 6 that we started with up here. And so we end with our difference of 8. So it says, show the tens fact you use, write the difference on our share and show. So I'm going to make my share and show a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. And we'll scroll down. So my first problem, number 1, is 12 minus 5. And so there's 2 1s in 12, so I'm going to start with taking away 2 1s. So I'm going to split 5 into 2 and 3, because 2 plus 3 equals 5. Okay, so and first I'm going to take away the 2. So 12 minus 2 is 10. And I still have to take away 3, so I have to do 10 minus 3 to get my answer. Okay, so then 10 minus 3 is 7, which means 12 minus 5 is 7. So that's my answer. So here's my ones place. So I have to take away 1, 1. So I'm going to put a 1 there. And so I know 1 and 5 is 6. So I take away that 1. That leaves 10. And then I have to take away the 5. So 10 minus 5 equals 5. So my answer is 5. So I'm going to help you out on these ones. I'm going to draw the number being split, right? And I'm going to write your first number. So the first number for this one is going to be that number. It's going to be 5. So you have to figure out the second number. And then this one, it's going to be 3. And you have to figure out the second number and then solve the problems. So I want you to pause your video, do 3 and 4, and then we'll check them together, and then we'll do some more together. All right, so we did 15 minus 5 gave us 10. And then we have to subtract what's left. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. So that's how I know there's a 2 there. So I write 2. So 10 minus 2 equals 8. So that means my difference is 8. And then this one, 3 plus 4 equals 7. So 10 minus 3 I did 13 minus 3 is 10. So now I got to take away 4. So 10 minus 4 equals 6. Let's go to our next page. All right, show the tens fact you use, write the difference. So I'll help you out again on these. So we'll split these, right, to make it easier to subtract. So this one's going to be 3. This one's going to be 5. This one's going to be 4. That one's going to be 2. So pause your video, work those out, and then we'll check them. All right, here we go. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 plus 1 equals 6. 2 plus 6 equals 8. And 4 plus 4 equals 8. And then we'll go back to this one. Okay, so 10 minus 2, right? The 2's there, equals 8. So my answer is 8. 10 minus 1. So that's 9. This one's going to be 10 minus 6. So that answer is 4. So we write 4 there. And this one's going to be 10 minus 4 because there's 2 4s. We already did the first 4, now we're doing the second 4. So 10 minus 4 is 6. So that's the strategy for those ones. All right, let's see. So on this page, we're going to work through the Think Smarter problem, number 15. So it says, does the number sentence have the same difference as 15 minus 7? Choose yes or no. So first, we got to solve 15 minus 7. So I'm going to rewrite it bigger. And so I'm going to split the 7 into 5 and 2. Okay. And so then that gives me 10 minus 2. Right? I'll write it there just to help you out. So 10 minus 2 equals 8. So 15 minus 7 equals 8. So I have to see if these equal 8. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 10 minus 2 is 8. And 10 minus 4 is 6. So which ones have the same difference as this right here, 8, for 15 minus 7? So that's going to be a no. And that's going to be a yes. And that one's going to be a no. And then we'll go on to your homework pages. So you're going to do page 203 and 204. Okay? Good luck.